Guys, Guardians of the Galaxy is upon us, and a lot of you are completely unaware to the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy is actually what launched this channel, basically. To celebrate, we're going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy Month Volume 2, and to kick off the celebration, we're going to bring you a special limited run t-shirt to celebrate it. It'll only be available for 3 weeks, so if you like it, you're going to have to support us and pick it up. The link for it will be down below on all of the Guardians of the Galaxy videos for the foreseeable future, and I hope you celebrate this month with me. Now, if you're curious about what videos we have locked in for Guardians Month, well, Annihilation, Annihilation Conquest, Origins of the Guardians of the Galaxy team, and the origins of Star-Lord and Groot, spin-off stories for Rocket Raccoon, Star-Lord, and Gamora, and the ending of the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. It's gonna be huge, and I hope you're as excited as I am. And if you're not because you hate the Guardians, well, don't worry. We're going to be continuing to have everything else around all of it. Now let's go ahead and start off this month by talking about a Spider-Man and Guardians team up. Our story begins in the delusional mind of Peter Parker, as many of his past encounters as Spider-Man come into play. Peter looks at the little neuroses and asks what they're all doing here, and then he remembers that he's with the Skrulls, who really suck. He leans up from the operating table, telling them that this is why nobody likes them. They kidnap good, hard-working people dudes, and they hit them up with some alien tranquilizers or something. Really, do they just not want people to like them or something? Could they have at least asked him to come along? Though he probably still would have said no. As the Skrulls begin to talk, Peter slowly lays back down, saying that he kind of forgot what he was talking about. Meanwhile, on the other side of the galaxy, Peter and the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy enjoy a drink while Drax beats up some aliens. Peter tells the alien that's kind of rubbing him that it's not that he doesn't like them, he's just already met someone, a nice Earth mutant. As the aliens try to speak in her own language, Peter laughs, telling her that she probably doesn't even understand a word that he's saying. Across the table, Flash Thompson says that he understands Drax. Some of his old platoon back on Earth used to blow off steam by, and then he stops. Flash then points to a hologram asking, why are the Skrulls holding a gun to Spider-Man's head and talking in their own language? And why are we seeing it when we're clearly across the galaxy? Flash shouts, asking if anyone else can understand what they're saying. And the alien who's rubbing Peter says that she can. They're speaking Skrull. Everyone turns to ask if she's a Skrull. And she says, yes. The ones on the hologram are militant separatists. They don't speak for all of us Skrulls. The alien then begins to translate the message, saying that the Skrulls are demanding that in order to release Spider-Man, the Guardians have to turn themselves in. After finishing his fight, Drax says, we have no connection to the insect person. And Flash Thompson tells him that the message is for him. A short while later in space, Rocket Raccoon says, you know this is gonna be a trap. And Peter tells him, yeah, totally a trap. As the ship flies down towards the planet where Spider-Man was dropped off, Peter asks, how do we even know that it's really him? Skrulls are shape-shifting trolls, you know. And Flash tells him that he can tell within 10 seconds if it's him or not. Just land the ship. The ship flies down and Flash jumps out running towards Peter. But before reaching him, he shouts for him to take off the mask. Peter yells back, how about he takes the symbiote off then? Also, where is this? And where the hell is he? And lastly, why is he even here? Flash asks him again, take off the mask. And if not, I will do it for you. Peter shouts, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to figure out if it's really me? First you kidnap me and then you quiz me? Terrible cosmic kidnapping. Flash grabs a hold of Peter's body, and as the tendrils pull the hood off, a Skrull shouts, come on, man, you suck! Back on the ship, everyone in unison says, I know it. Flash slams the Skrull to the ground, and then a giant rock fist shoots back, punching him square in the face. Drax starts to exit the ship, saying that he's gonna destroy that Skrull. But before he can even leave, the Skrull's ships begin to fire down on them. Peter and Groot jump out at the oncoming ships, and Groot smashes through the windshield, shouting, I am Groot! While Groot punches all of the Skrulls, one says, look, we didn't even armor him, he's safe back there. And then over in the holding room, one of the guards asks, what is it that I just heard? Suddenly the doors blow open and Groot looks in to see Spider-Man laying there. Back on the planet, Drax and Gamora jump out to help in the fight, and Flash shouts that he is really sick. The Skrull's chasing him all over the galaxy. Flash uses his suit to knock the Skrull down and wrap itself around him, and Gamora asks if he's got it. Flash tells him, absolutely. And then the Skrull starts to cover itself in fire. The tendrils then whip up, throwing the flaming Skrull into a ship chasing Rocket, and Gamora shrugs, saying, yeah, he does have it. As the ship explodes, a burning fireball shoots out, screaming, I am Groot! Star-Lord flies by, grabbing him, and Groot tells him, I am Groot. To which Star-Lord tells him, I know, and you're also on fire. Once Groot is safely put out, the team heads back into space, and Flash tells everyone that he's sorry. It was him that they wanted, and he caused all of this trouble. Star-Lord tells him, or them, but it's whatever. Gamora then tells everyone that the scans show that one of them is human. It might actually be Spider-Man. Rocket grumbles something about, take off his stupid mask so I can smack his stupid face. And Flash tells him, no, let him have his identity. So Rocket shouts, "Flock you!" If he's another... But Flash stops him, telling him it's him. He knows because he's known him since high school. In fact, he's the reason that he is Venom. They'll go and drop him off on Earth before he even has a chance to wake up. It's the least that they could do. A short while later, Peter Parker mumbles to himself that raccoons don't talk. Ow. And then as he gets up, he says that he remembers swinging home in nothing? Now this is a fun little side story. It was an annual that they put in while the whole Guardians of the Galaxy Grounded storyline was going on. So now we're gonna wrap up the Grounded storyline, which is the ending of the Brian Michael Bendis run for the Guardians of the Galaxy. And if you enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy and you enjoy Comicstorian, why don't you show your support and help us out by picking up our new shirt. Limited run only, link is down below. I'll see you guys next time right here.